Hello, hello, beautiful space holders in the Space Holders Sanctuary. Gosh, it has been a hot limit minute since I've been live in this group, and I really wanted to come on and touch base with you all and talk a little bit about holding space. Um, we are called the Space Holders Sanctuary. Every beautiful woman in here, and I think we've got a few guys in here as well. You're all space holders, and it's really an interesting term, holding space. And I've had a few conversations with people lately actually saying to me, well, what does holding space mean? Like, what is the actual meaning of holding space? And I really wanted to come on and have a conversation with you guys around what it means, why we do what we do, and how I can also support you to refine your space holding skills. I was sitting just before and I was going, I'm going to write a definition, a definition that sort of resonates with the work that I do and how I can be of support to you. And what I came up with was holding space is the profound act of creating a container for another person's healing and transformation and self-discovery without interference, without judgment or agenda. And it's not about fixing, giving advice, or being directive. It's about witnessing, allowing, creating safety, and being fully present so that the other person can access their own internal wisdom, connection to God, to the universe, and activate their own healing. So, in a nutshell, it's not about anything that we're doing for them. It's about sitting back and down in our own capacity to hold space for ourselves and to engage in consistent attention and intention to our own healing and purification, so that we can hold space for another person in pure unconditional love. So that and visualize and hold them in the space that they are a soul, that they are pure and perfect and healed already in their essence, in their truest essence of who they are as a soul, as a being of, and as of a creation of God and the universe. And we hold them in that unconditional love so that little cracks of light start to reach them until they remember their own magnificence, until they remember their own power, until they remember their own connection to source, and therefore can download the answers to all of their problems, so that we empower our clients, our loved ones, our family, our friends to start to look within for the answers, and we help them, we support them to discover the roadmap, to discover the pathway within themselves to locate that deep intuitive wisdom. Yeah? Like, how cool is that? We don't have to fix anything. We don't have to do anything. We don't have to do for. We don't have to be the healer. We hold space for their healing to unfold and to be activated. Yeah. So if anyone's live, comment below. I can't actually see if anyone's here, but I think I can see the comments if they come up. How does that resonate for you? If you're watching the replay, hashtag replay, how does that resonate for you? Is that how you currently see yourself as a space holder? Because it's a great responsibility to hold space for others, but it is also a great responsibility to continue to do your own work, to do your own healing, to hold space for yourself as the primary focus of your life, so that you can hold more potent and pure space for someone else. And this is not to say we have to be all perfect and holier than thou before we can step into that role of service. But it does require us to be continually looking at our own stuff, continually looking at our own healing, so that we can be of greater and an ongoing and more refined service to our loved ones and to our clients. Yeah. it's very, very important that we work on our own agendas, our own judgments, and our own expectations of how the client or the friend or the loved one should be healing or should be progressing. That takes a great amount of intention to be constantly looking at our own judgments and our own belief that we know what's best for the client, or we know what they should do, or we know what they shouldn't do. Yeah, when we can stand back and separate ourselves from the pathway and the spiritual journey of our clients and trust that whatever is unfolding is perfect for them, we can again simply hold space for them to discover their own answers. Because if we're giving them the answers, if we're giving them advice, if we're giving them direction, we are disempowering them even more. We are cutting them off even more from source, from their own intuitive wisdom, from their own deep knowing that they have access to the answers within themselves. And we are living in a society that is benefiting financially and through great amount of power on our disconnection from our own intuition. You know, the government, the education department, the medical industry, big pharma are all very, very much vested in us not accessing our own intuitive wisdom. When we're looking outside ourselves for the answers, we are then dependent on and reliant on and believe in these so-called establishments that apparently have our best interests at heart, but I beg to differ. And we are disempowered and under the control of someone else's opinion and direction. So the way forward, and why holding space in this way is so freaking powerful, is because we are supporting anyone that we hold space for to empower them to start to find their own sovereignty, to trust their own intuitive knowing, to get to know their own bodies and what their bodies are telling them and speaking to them, to know what to eat, to know what to do to solve, you know, the problems in their life, because we're going to help them find those answers within themselves. Yeah. Then we have an empowered, powerful, sovereign community that's willing to stand up to and willing to see all the bullshit that's out there and say no. And say no to that, and not be led anymore by some very, very intentional, manipulative, controlling behavior by these establishments. I won't go into that too much more, but I think you know what I'm talking about. So I was thinking there's a lot to be talking about on this subject, and I thought I might go live over the next week or so with some different topics. Oh, my computer's about to die. Let me plug it in. With some different topics, with some different information, with some different strategies on how you can refine your space holding skill so that you can increase your healing capacity yourself, support your clients to have deeper, more profound and long-lasting transformations, grow your business, step into the role of a leader, and really become the person of service that you were born to be. And you know, anyone who's in this group has already identified that you are a person of service, and now you're on the journey to refine that service. Now you're on the journey to be of service to self first for your own healing, and then refine your medicine so that it is potent as possible, so that you can be of greatest service to your clients. And when you have very potent medicine, you grow your business. You are a leader. You have the capacity to support your clients to have phenomenal transformations. And I can imagine that's what you want. Yeah, you want successful businesses. You want to be able to heal and grow. You want to be able to be having an impact in the world. You deeply want to be of service to see us grow into a powerful, beautiful, heavenly earth. And that takes refinement. It takes space holding mastery. And I also want to make the statement that Your modality is not your medicine. It's not the medicine. The way that you hold space around that modality is the true medicine. Your modality is a skill, it's a function, it's a pathway, it's a structure, it's a format. Yeah. And we can all learn a modality very easily. But the way that you hold the space, the way that you have done the work to let go of your ego, your judgments, your expectations, your agendas, the way that you have purified your own body and soul, and the way and the amount that you can hold someone else in unconditional love so that they remember that for themselves, that is the medicine. That is the missing piece. And it's not to say any of these modalities are wrong. There's fabulous modalities, and I use tapping and timeline therapy and body biofeedback and subconscious tools. I use them. However, none of them are as potent as when I am in my absolute mastery at holding space for my client to find their own answers. Yeah. So it's a big topic. It's a powerful topic. I would love to share more with you as we go over the coming weeks. But I also, I want to be able to support you to shift, refine, and I want to challenge your current understanding of holding space. I'm here to serve. I'm here to support you to take your skill to mastery level through my programs, through my one-to-ones, through my mentorship. And that's my absolute gig, is to wherever you're at, whatever modality you currently have. And if you don't even have a modality, that's okay, because you can learn holding space in its purest form. And then you can also add holding space as the space around your modality to refine your modality, to strengthen your modality, and in turn to strengthen and produce way more powerful healing transformations for your clients. Yeah, so if that excites you, I invite you to tune in over the next week or so, and I'll be going live with some very specific strategies and tools and techniques and information to support you to refine your space holding skills. And I'm really excited to share these with you. And we have 7 pillars of holding space that I have created and refined, and I'd love to talk to you about those as well. So pop underneath the video hashtag remind me if you like, and I can tag you when I go live over the next few days. And I'd also love to let you know that I do have a 5-week transformational space holders training coming up in a couple of weeks. And so these smaller touch points and information is really to challenge your current belief system around holding space, and then to let you know that I am here to take you through a 5-week container to refine and master that space holding skill. So all of that will be revealed soon, and I will jump on and give you some more information very soon. And I'm excited to spend some more time in this group and to grow our community and to support you all in your service. So much love to you all, beauties, and I will see you really soon. Have a gorgeous day.